Module 3 Multiple Integrals Part 1. When we consider a single variable function y equal to f of x and integral a to b f of x dx, then that represents area under the curve y equal to f of x. Similarly, a double integral over R f of x y dA represents volume of a solid lies under the surface z equal to f of x y and the region R. So region R assumes various shapes. When we consider a rectangular type region, then double integral over R f of x y dA equal to integral c to d integral a to b f of x y dx dy, and also this is equal to integral a to b integral c to d f of x y dy dx, where R is the rectangle defined by the inequalities a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, c less than or equal to y less than or equal to d. This is known as Fibonacci theorem. So when we consider a rectangular shaped region, then the double integral is given by integral c to d integral a to b f of x y dx dy, which is equal to integral c to d integral a to b f of x y dx dy. So here first integrate with respect to x between the limits of x and then integrate the answer with respect to y between limits of y. Since we are considering a rectangular shaped region, here the order of integration is immaterial. That is, we can integrate first with respect to y and then with respect to x. So integral a to b integral c to d f of x y dy dx equal to integral a to b integral c to d f of x y dy dx. Examples: evaluate the following integrals: integral 1 to 3, integral 2 to 4, 40 minus 2xy dy dx. So we can also evaluate this integral by considering the limits of x first. So here the inner integral limits are limits of x integral. Correspondingly we have this integral 1 to 3, and outer integral limits are limits of y. So that is, it is from integral 2 to 4. Integral 2 to 4, integral 1 to 3, 40 minus 2xy dx dy. So according to this Fibonacci theorem, these two are equal. So evaluate that. First integrate with respect to y. So here integrate 40 minus 2xy with respect to y. So we get 40y minus 2x into integral of y is y square by 2. When we integrate with respect to y, treat the variable x as constant. Now substitute the limits of y and then integrate with respect to x. So after substituting the limits, we get 80 minus 12x, and then integrate this with respect to x. So substitute the values upper limit and lower limit 3 and 1, so we get 112. Now by Fibonacci theorem, we can also evaluate this integral by considering this double integral and perform the integration first with respect to x and then with respect to y, so we will get the same answer. So when we consider double integral that represents the volume of a solid lies under the surface z equal to f of x y, which is bounded by region R. In this example, we will consider a rectangular shape region R, and z is given by z equal to 4 minus x minus y. So consider the surface z. So volume is given by the formula double integral over R f of x by dA or dx dy. From the region R, write the limits of integration. Since R is a rectangular shape region, x is varying from 0 to 1 and y is varying from 0 to 2. Therefore, the double integral over R f of x by dx dy can be written as integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to 2, 4 minus x minus y dx dy. So here first integrate with respect to y and then with respect to x. So we get 5. This represents the volume of this solid. So 5 unit cube is the volume. Example, evaluate the double integral over R y square x dA over the rectangular shape region. So when we consider this rectangular shape region, x is varying from minus 3 to 2 and y is from 0 to 1. Therefore, double integral over R y square x dx dy equal to integral 0 to 1 integral minus 3 to 2 y square x dx dy. So first integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. So we get minus 5 by 6. Another example, evaluate these two integrals. So in the first example, f of xy is x square y. Inner integral limits are not constant. So we have to integrate f of xy first with respect to the non-constant limits. Therefore, in this example, the limits of inner integral are not constant. So first integrate with respect to that variable y. So limits of y are given in terms of variable x. Here y is varying from minus x to x square. Therefore integrate first with respect to y. Substitute the limits of y and then integrate this with respect to x. So we get 13 by 120. In the second example, the limits are given in terms of variable y. So this represents limits of x. X is varying from 0 to cos y. So here first integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. So remember that outer integral limits must be constant. So first integrate with respect to x. So we get this and then integrate with respect to y. So we get 7 by 48. Now we consider the double integrals over non-rectangular regions. Non-rectangular regions are regions bounded between parallel lines. So here we have two cases. First case is region bounded between parallel lines parallel to y-axis. Second case is region bounded between parallel lines parallel to x-axis. So when we consider a region bounded between two parallel lines, this is called a type 1 region. If a region is bounded between parallel lines which is parallel to x-axis, then that region is called type 2 region. So in the case of a type 1 region, variation of x is always constant. The region lies between two parallel lines. Therefore, x is varying from a to b. That is, variation of limit is constant in the integral. But the limits of y are not constant, because here y is varying from a curve y equal to g1 of x to another curve y equal to g2 of x. So to verify the non-constant variation of y, draw a vertical strip inside this region and move that strip from left to right. The length of strip is varying over r, which means that variation of y is not constant. Similarly is the case here in case 2. Variation of y is constant, but variation of x is not constant. So to show that variation of x is not constant, draw a horizontal strip inside the region R and move that strip from bottom to top. So we can see that length of this strip is varying, which means that variation of x is not constant. So in type 1 region, limits of x are constant and limits of y are non-constant, and in type 2 region, limits of y are constant but limits of x are not constant. Accordingly, we can write the double integral over R f of x y dx dy in terms of type 1 and type 2 region. And it is possible to convert a type 1 region into type 2 region and type 2 region into type 1 region. That process is called change of order of integration, because when we write the limits are like integral a to b, integral g1 of x to g2 of x, f of xy dy dx. This is the limit corresponding to type 1 region. Here, in the case of type 1 region, outer integral limits are constant and inner integral limits are not constant. Inner integral limits are limits of y, so first integrate with respect to y and then with respect to x. But in the case of type 2 region, inner integral limits are limits of x and outer integral limits are limits of y, so first integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. When we change the limits with respect to type 1 and type 2, then that is called change of order of integration. So this is a case when we consider type 1 and type 2 region. Example, evaluate the double integral over R xy dA over the region enclosed between y equal to x by 2, y equal to root of x equal to 2 and x equal to 4. Consider this as a type 1 region, so that the limits of y is from x by 2 to root of x. Upper limit is root of x and limit of x is from 2 to 4. So the double integral over R xy dx dy can be written as integral 2 to 4 integral root x by 2 to root x xy dy dx. So first integrate with respect to y and then with respect to x, so we get 11 by 6. Another example, double integral over R 2x minus y square dA over the triangular region enclosed between the lines y equal to minus x plus 1, y equal to x plus 1 and y equal to 3. So here consider this as type 2 region, and lines meet the region R at its left hand boundary x equal to 1 minus y and its right hand boundary x equal to y minus 1. So these are the limits of x, which means that limit of x is not constant and limits of y are constant. So place that region between two parallel lines y equal to 1 and y equal to 3. Accordingly, double integral over R 2x minus y square dx dy can be written as integral 1 to 3 integral 1 minus y to y minus 1 2x minus y square dx dy. So first integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. So we get minus 68 by 3. So here we cannot consider this as type 1 region. If we consider this as type 1 region, we need to split the region into two, because if you consider a vertical strip here, then lower limit is from y equal to x plus 1, and if you consider a vertical strip here, then lower limit is from minus x plus 1, it is minus x plus 1, but upper limit is same, that is y equal to 3, which means that there is no uniqueness in the lower limit of y. Since uniqueness fails, we cannot evaluate this over a region R. So split this into two regions, say R1 and R2, and then evaluate over R1, evaluate over R2, and then add the two answers. So in that way we can evaluate this by considering region as a type 1 region. But when we consider this as type 2 region, there is no need to divide the region into two, since y limits are from 1 to 3 and x limit, you can see that x limit is from minus x plus 1 to x plus 1. So this is another example. Find the volume of tetrahedron bounded by the coordinate planes. So region of integration R bounded by the lines y equal to 2 minus 2x and x axis and y axis. So we get the limits, x is varying from 0 to 1 and y is from 0 to 2 minus 2x, and then substitute, so we get 4 by 3. So this is another example. The plane y plus z equal to 4, z equal to 4 minus y, that is the surface f of xy. So volume can be written as double integral over R 4 minus y dA, and region of integration is a circle. So from that right, the limits here y is varying from minus root of 4 minus x square to root of 4 minus x square, and limits of x is from minus 2 to 2. So substitute the limits and integrate, so we get 16 pi. This is another example. Here when we consider the double integral over R with respect to the assumption that f of xy equal to 1, then that represents area of region R. So double integral over R dA represents area of region. So using double integral we can evaluate the area. In this example, area of region enclosed between parabola y equal to x square by 2 and line y equal to 2x. So consider this as type 1 or type 2 region and write the limits. So here y is varying from x square by 2 to 2x when we consider this as type 1 region, and x is from 0 to 4, and then integrate. So we get area equal to 16 by 3 unit square. So another topic is we can convert rectangular regions to polar coordinates, rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates. So for that we need a substitution, x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. Correspondingly, double integral over r f of x by dA can be written as double integral over r f of r cos theta r sin theta dA, and with respect to the approximation, multiply that by r dr d theta. Therefore, double integral over r f of x by dx dy can be written as double integral over the appropriate limit f of r cos theta r sin theta r dr d theta. This is an example. So evaluate this integral by converting to polar coordinates. So from the limits, write the region. Lower limit of y is 0, lower limit, here it is, upper limit is root of 1 minus x square, lower limit of x is 1, upper limit of x is 1, lower limit of x is minus 1. So by converting this to polar coordinates, r is varying from 0 to 1 and theta from 0 to pi. Variation of theta is from 0 to pi. So write the limits in terms of r and theta and then evaluate. So by substituting x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta, we can convert Cartesian coordinates to polar coordinates. So write the limits in terms of r and theta. Thank you.